Hey everybody, it's Adam and Jen, and we're back with another market update. Jen, the same story that we've been talking about for a few weeks just continues to unfold across the U.S. economy, and it's really these two kind of things balancing each other out right now. We have, on one hand, just really concerning performance in the economy. I mean, unemployment continues to be at record high levels. We had a little bit of an uptick in claims this past week. It's just a really, really tough time on Main Street right now, especially if you're in hospitality, if you're in travel. Anything that's affected by all of these closings and the coronavirus, it is a really tough time right now. Not to mention the parents that are dealing with back to school season. And you can see we're setting up a homeschool here at my house. Right. What are you supposed to do? But technology is like this shining star out there. I mean, Apple this week surpassed $2 trillion in market value. That's a record for U.S. companies. We're continuing to see tech shine. And then housing, Jen, you've got some numbers on a housing market that just continues to have success after success.
Right. And Adam, when we talk about rates inching up and we're still below 3% on average from Freddie Mac on a 30-year fixed, that's still pretty crazy, right? So rates are still historically low, despite some stuff this week, some actions by the Fed with treasuries and bonds and things like that. And then also the FHFA's ruling. So that's what ticked those rates up just a little bit. Here's the good news. The Census Bureau came out with their July housing starts. Guys, up more than 20% year over year for housing starts. That means new home construction, new homes that are being constructed. Builders are back into it. That's really, really good news because we've had just a struggle with inventory. And that's what's kind of keeping the purchase market not like from blowing up like it really should, because there just aren't homes to buy, to be perfectly honest, Adam. A lot of people refinance, ended up staying in their home because of the low rates. So it all works together. So there's
another little bright spot when you see housing starts going up, folks. That's also jobs. Those are construction jobs. And so it's great for the housing market. It's also great for your neighbor down the street who might rely on construction for his income.
Now, here's, Adam, this one thing we do need to talk about. The Mortgage Bankers Association sends out, they do a delinquency survey. So quarterly, so their second quarter one, the data just came out. Now, we go back to unemployment really quickly. That $600 stipend, that extra insurance from the federal government expired like 3 or 4 weeks ago, in July. That was part of the CARES Act. They haven't enacted a new one, but President Trump had an executive order allowing states to give up to $300. So there are 11 states that are giving extra $300 on unemployment benefits. So that's good. But a lot of people who have lost their jobs, we have millions of people unemployed in America, trying to pay for their housing. So another part of that CARES Act was a moratorium on evictions and foreclosures. Right. It's important to note the FHA has extended their moratorium on foreclosures throughout the end of the year, but that's only the FHA. So the delinquency rate is starting to tick up for the Mortgage Bankers Association through their data. So keep an eye on that. That doesn't mean foreclosures, that just means delinquencies. That just means you're kind of behind on payments. So that could be another wrinkle in the housing industry, in the economy as a whole that you need to keep an eye on. So
it's tough, Jen. I mean, that's the story we're in right now. For every positive, there's kind of this offsetting negative that's underlying. And so the best thing you can do is educate yourself, learn how these different factors impact your situation. And what we would recommend is talk to a loan officer, call a Movement Mortgage loan officer, understand what your situation really means and how the broader economy might affect that. And they can help you make an intelligent choice about refinancing, about purchasing, about selling, all of those things when it comes to housing. And Jen, there's a helpful little tool that you put together every week where people can get more information.
That is on movement.com/blog inside the market update. Guys, hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.